All right, y'all. Welcome to the VIP TASTREAM 8/2. And yeah, we're going to wait for some people to get in here before we get started in about 5 minutes or so. And yeah, just so everyone knows, none of this is financial advice. The chat's disconnected. Is this video still live right now? Let's check it out. Shalom. Can you guys still hear me? Can everybody still hear me right now? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Shout out to Ramon. Thanks for being here, Achi. Thank you, everybody, for being here. May God bless all of you. All right, so while we wait for people to get in here, let's just kind of go over a few things. First of all, as we know, we have rejected from the high of this range. This is absolutely something that we have been waiting for because, back last VIP stream, these were the potential shorts and longs, and we actually got 2 of them, right? Technically, we could have gotten 3 of them. I missed this one right here. We did get a rejection off this wick at 41.4 for a nice scalp. I missed that one. So 3 of these shorts actually did play out. But this is the one right here that I'm currently in, where we came up to that area at about 42.6. The reason why we were looking for an entry there is because, if we go back in time and we're analyzing this this range right here, this blue box of resistance is basically the reason why I was looking for 42.6 is because the high of this first initial bounce came up to about 42.4. Right, 42.4. And what we were looking for is something called a swing failure pattern, which is something that I often call the chickens are drinking water. I call that the chickens are drinking water. And basically what that means is, if anybody's new and you don't know what chickens are drinking water means, if you're looking at a chart and you see a wick somewhere, like this wick right here, let's say, see this purple wick, or this blue wick right up here, okay? Those are areas that you can look for a rejection right off the wick. But you don't just want to see the wick. You want to see price come above the wick a little bit and then shoot back down. So we can see here, let me turn this thing off, for the 41.3, 41.4 wick that we had in the Discord last week. See this short right here from 41.4. That's because we had the wick back there, and if we zoom in, let's go down to a lower time frame, maybe the 30-minute, and we just take a look at what happened at this wick. We came above it, and then we drop right down below it. And of course, this would have been a little scalp, but we could have still had a nice 1.5% move on this trade, right? So if you ever see a wick and price is pumping, and then all of a sudden it starts to dump really fast with bearish divergence, that is how you know to take the entry there. And same with this one. This one right here, we came up above the wick, and then boom, we come right back down. Just the way a chicken drinks water. That's why I call it chickens drinking water. And we did that with a bearish divergence, right? It hadn't confirmed yet, but the bearish divergence was printing. We could see it. We could see the momentum waves coming down. We could see the VWAP coming down as price is getting higher. We could even see the money flow coming down as price is getting higher. And so this is how we're going to find those good entries, right? We're going to mark our levels, and then when price comes to the level, then we look at Market Cipher and say, okay, price is at a level. What's Market Cipher tell me to do? Tell me to long, tell me to short, tell me to do nothing. Okay. Currently, right now, we're getting this bounce. We did come down to a, let's see if I don't have a daily level there. I don't have a daily level there. We did come down to a weekly level, and we did also get a bullish divergence on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, so it's likely that we're going to come up more from here. We're getting currently a green dot on the 1 hour right now, so we do have a bullish divergence on the 1 hour. This is actually quite bullish. This is quite bullish. So yeah, let's quickly turn on our VWAP and just see, did Bitcoin come up above the VWAP? We're at the VWAP right now. Let's see what happens at the VWAP. Turn on Market Cipher SR. Okay, we're at the VWAP. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a move to the upside here, guys. This is a nice bullish div here. Of course, I would not long right now. You know, in my opinion, the actual long entry should have been on this candle here. But, you know, I don't offer financial advice. Personally, I was looking for lower before longing. Because I'm already long, I'm just going to hold the long. I'm just going to hold the long, going to hold the short. All right, it is 10:01. So let's get into our TA here and mark our levels and talk about the plan for the week and so on and so forth even. So on and so forth even. All right, let me turn off this fib here and this and this and this. Okay, so let's go to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, we have the green dot on the weekly. The VWAP is pointing up. It looks like we have a lot of momentum on the weekly time frame to continue to the upside, because the last time we got a green dot on the weekly time frame, believe it or not, it was kind of similar to this, where we had the green dot candle, which kind of looked like almost a, you know, if we had a candle like this, where we came up and then we wicked back down. We came up and we wicked back down. If this was at the top, you know, it almost looks like a shooting star, right? It almost looks like a shooting star candle, where like it looks like we're going to come back down. And then the second week, we actually started the week by coming back down, right? The second week after we printed this green dot right here, we started coming down. We came down that second week about, let's see here, about 6.3%. So right now we have something similar where we have this candle, we came up, we got wicked back down, and we're starting out the week, the first day, coming down. You know, how far did we come down yesterday from the open of this candle? Yeah, 2.5%. So there's some room for some volatility here, assuming that, you know, we are going to break out of here and continue to the upside. It's a very big possibility. If we go to the daily time frame, however, we can see that we're forming the red dot on the daily, and as I've been saying for a while, because we're at the high of the range, there's a lot of resistance here, and one of two things is going to happen, one of three things. Either we're going to consolidate under this resistance, and just so everybody knows, consolidation under resistance is very bullish, because you have to think of it as the resistance is acting as resistance, but the sellers are not able to push the price back down, and so that's a bullish thing. And we are printing the red dot here, so if we come down, which we very well may, this red dot may continue to bring us back down a little bit more. We're going to talk about where, you know, we should look for a bounce. Or what's going to happen is, you know, this is going to cross back up and the money flow is going to turn from purple to blue, and then we will get a very significant move to the upside, break out of this resistance. And if we break this resistance, that's extremely bullish, okay? Then I think we're coming up at least to 49K, and then at least to 58K, and then potentially new all-time highs, y'all. But right now, this is the make it or break it area right here. This resistance is a huge make it or break it area. So let's go through our levels right here. We'll start with the weekly levels. We'll go to the weekly time frame. And I'm just going to turn them all on here, the ones that I've got going. And so, wait 1 second. I've got two levels at the same place here. Okay, yeah. I'm going to close that one out. So, okay, these are some weekly levels that I've got on the chart. First of all, we can say that this is a weekly level up here at 59.9, right? And if anybody doesn't know, the way I'm getting these levels is we're just going to look at the chart and we're going to see where has there been a weekly area of resistance or support. So right here we can see that for 2 weeks in a row we tried to wick up and we're unable to. And so this becomes a significant region of resistance, which if price comes back up to here and taps that line again, we can expect some kind of rejection. We've got another weekly level right here at 58,314. You can see that we have one back here at 57. The reason why I am not going to mark this level anymore is because we can see that it hasn't really been respected too much in recent price action, right? If you notice that there's a weekly level and then you can see that we came right above it and right below it, not really stopping at all, don't mark that level anymore because it's not being respected anymore. Then we come down to here. Also, guys, if there's a weekly level that's never been touched before, that makes it even stronger, right? So this level at about 49K right here, this is a very strong level because once we lost that level, we were never able then to come above and retest it on the weekly time frame. So this is a strong level of resistance. We've got this one down here at about 45K. This one, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to keep it on my chart, but you can see we did get a small little bounce off of it, but it wasn't anything too significant. It's good to keep in the back of our minds, but I'm not really going to be giving it too much weight, okay? Then we've got this weekly level right here, 39,045, which you can see we're currently retesting, which is very bullish, guys. That is very bullish right here to retest this weekly. And then under there, we've got 31,711 right down here. And, then below that, we really only have this one right here at about 19,164. And then we're looking at like 9K, guys, as far as weeklies go. Then we're looking at about 9K. So I'm not even going to put that on the chart for right now. Okay, so these are the weekly levels, and these are the ones that I will be using to trade. And just so everyone knows, I will be putting these levels in the Discord after this live stream. They will be available where it says trading levels, which is right here. Every week I upload my Ethereum and Bitcoin levels into here. You can import these directly into your own trading view. All right, then let's go to the daily levels. Pop those on. Okay, now we have a lot of daily levels here. I don't have them all marked on my chart. The most important ones, I have no idea why I have this one up here, guys. This is not a daily level. It's not a daily level. I don't know why I have it there. It's an important level, I would say, but it's not a daily level. Then we have this daily level right here at about 59K. We've got one here too at about 58.3. Yeah, let's put one there too, because that's never been tapped before. It's never been tapped before. Okay, yeah. Okay, then you can see. So we've got this one here. We've got this one right here. This daily level. Why do I have this as a daily level? Oh, wait. I'm tripping up, guys. This is still the weekly time frame. Dang. Okay. So here, let me ignore that here. And let's go to the daily time frame. Sorry, guys. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Okay, this looks much better. I'm thinking, man, what the heck was I doing? Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Appreciate you bearing with me. Just, remember who you're dealing with over here, right? So the first daily level is 63.5 because of these candles here. The next significant daily level is right up here at 59K because of these candles closes right here. Again, these are untapped daily levels, so we can expect a strong reaction of them the first time we come back up here. And also keep in mind, guys, as we're coming to these daily levels, keep in mind the fact that we have the wicks. So we can look for a rejection at the daily level, but a lot of times what happens is we hit the daily level, get a short scalp, and then we pump up, take out the wicks, and then we really come down. And this will allow us to print the divergences, right? That when this happens, when we come up to a daily level and we tap the daily level, just like what happens here, right? We come up, we tap the daily level, we come up higher above the daily level. That's where we will get the divergence playing in, and that's where we will be able to short. So if our momentum is like this, and then the momentum comes lower like that, just keep that in mind as we're trading these levels. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a scalp off the line and then wait for us to take out that high and then short again on the chickens drinking water. So we've got the level at 63.5, 59K, 56,742 right up here. Then we have 49,887 right here. We have a lot of daily levels in this area here that I don't have marked on my chart. We've got a daily level right here at 40.6. We have another daily level right here at 39,260. We have this daily level at 40.5K. And then, we have these levels here as well. We've got one right here at 35.8. We've got one at 35.2. We've got one at 34,184 even. And the reason I don't have these marked on my chart, guys, is because, while we've been trading within this range, I feel like those levels have gotten touched a lot. And I'm not going to keep them on my chart. But if we fall back down into this range here, then I will be marking them on my chart. So I'm going to go ahead and just put them here just so that, when I upload these levels into the Discord, they will be there as well. So let's do this. We have the daily at 40.6. And I'm going to make a new folder for these called Other Dailies or Older Dailies. Okay, other dailies. I don't know how to spell dailies, guys. I'm just going to leave it misspelled. Okay, so we got this one here at 40.6 daily. We've got one right here at 39,233. And then we have got one, I would even say we have one here at 37,394. Boom. Of course, then we got this one down here, 35.8. Then these ones are already marked on the chart. We've got this one down here as well at about 34.2. Okay. Also, guys, while I'm doing this, let me quickly... okay, these are other dailies. They will be imported into the Discord. Then we have the daily level down here from these candles, a support at 29,756. We've got a daily level at 26,202 and a daily level at 22,710. Those are the daily levels. And let's take a look down here at the 1 hour and see what's happening. I just want to see if things are looking bullish still. Yeah, things still looking kind of bullish. You know, I would really like to see it move down a little bit lower here. And here's why, guys. Let me tell you why I'm looking for a move lower. Number one, I'm already long. Number two, if we just open up some local levels here, okay, we've got a fixed range of basically the entire last pump, right, coming all the way down from about 34K. And, you know, we have been trading under this point of control /618 for quite some time here. This is acting as a very strong resistance. What I would really like to see is I would like to see us come down more into this golden pocket down here, or even better, you notice right here we have a spike in volume on this fixed range right down here at about 38.3. We have a very intense spike in volume right there. And we have this wick right here, right? So that wick right there means that there is liquidity to be grabbed if price makes its way back down to here again and comes back up with the chickens drinking water. That could be a very a good place to enter along. And the reason I want to wait for that is because, first of all, I'm already long, so if I miss the move, it's not a big deal. But second of all, I feel like that's the highest probability move that could happen if we come down to here. And of course, if we lose this area right here, it is a sign of, honestly, of weakness, because then now we have this high volume node acting as our resistance, okay? And so, you know, I just don't feel comfortable longing right here. I would want to wait until we come down to somewhere between this golden pocket and that high volume node and get a clear bounce off of there. All right, that's my mentality behind it, and that's why I'm going to wait, because even though we do have the weekly, you know, that weekly, let's be honest, you know, it's kind of it's been hit so many times. It's just been hit so many times in the past few days, right? Since July 25th, you know, it was once, twice. Then support. I'm not comfortable with it. But, you know, if anybody did long there, it's definitely not a bad long. Absolutely not. It's a great scalp. Let's check it out. Up about, 1.5%. That's an awesome move right there. Okay, so we did the weeklies, we did the dailies. Let's do volume now. So we're going to go to the daily time frame. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, y'all, I had to clear my throat, and I don't want to put you through that. So, let's do our volume again. First of all, we'll start in the weekly time frame, and we will put on our visible range indicator, our VPVR. If anybody doesn't know what the VPVR is, you can search for it in TradingView up here, indicators, type in visible range, and click that thing on. And basically what this does is it's giving you a volume profile for pretty much everything here from all the history of trading on Bybit. And we can see that we have a value area high right here at about 49.1K, a value area high at about 49.1K. And let me check out, where do I have that here? Could have sworn I had that. Yeah, I do have that right here. But let's see. I thought I had that also somewhere else. Okay. I don't. These are some really key levels that I have, though. Oh, okay, I do have it. I have it on this chart right here. I don't know. Okay, this is it. This is the global value area high. Okay. The reason it's global, guys, is because it's looking at the entire chart. And so this area right here, about 49.2, this is a very important area of resistance for us, because we can also see that this is a weekly level, right? A weekly level of support right down here. If we turn on our weeklies, you can see we have a weekly level lining up right there. Okay, and basically what happens if we start trading above here, this will then establish a new value area for Bitcoin, where instead of a fair value, quote unquote, for Bitcoin, right now you can see we're trading in this value area, right? We can see the spike of volume. Bitcoin's trading between the value area high and the value area low down here. But now if we come up above here, we'd be trading in a new value area where the value area high would be up here, right, at 65K, and the value area low would be down here at 49K. So we could start trading in this range that we were trading in back in these days here, right? So that's a very important resistance, something we need to keep our eyes on. And now let's just do our good old fixed range that we like to do here, where I turn on this thing right here. Okay, we're going to go to the, let's go to the daily time frame. And I've got a fixed range that I pulled from basically the time that we lost the important level of 42K, and we came down here, and you can see that we've got some important levels here. We've got some very important levels. First of all, we have the value area high of the range coming down right here at about 38.3. Okay, a very important area. A very important area. This is another reason why, guys, if we go to the more local time frame right here, I'm waiting for us to come down to this level. It's the value area high. Not only is that the value area high, but it is also boom. It's the value area high, and it's a high volume node in this fixed range, and it's got a golden pocket in there, right? There's a lot of confluence down here for me to hop in along down there. Let's get back to the daily. So the value area high is coming in at about 38,304. The point of control is about 34,165. Remember, guys, these will change as price action continues to print. When you upload these into your chart from my chart, if you do that, you're going to need to unlock this fixed range and stretch it out to the end of the current price action, right? Because these levels will change depending on how much Bitcoin is traded at various prices. The value area low is coming in at about 31,527. And then we have a high volume node right here at 32.7K. We have another high volume node right here at about 35, I would say. Hang on, let me turn off the price action. Yeah, we've got another high volume node right here at about 35.8. Okay, we know this used to be a point of control. But now it's just a high volume node. Boom. High volume node, 35.8. We'll go ahead and put that in the volume. So these are really the main volume areas that I'm looking at right here, guys, based on this range. And so this value area high, it would be really nice, to come down and test this as support. We already did once. You can see right on this wick, we tested it as support. That's a very bullish thing. We did get a nice pump up from there. Would like to see it again, because potentially we could be, now ranging in between this high up here, this wick, right, and this low right here now, right? This could be something that if we're going to consolidate here, we could consolidate like this, right? So that's important. So these are the volume levels. I will put these in the Discord as well. Then I have some miscellaneous levels here. These are basically just the support and resistance boxes, guys, outlining the greater range that we've been trading. You don't really need those. turn that off. This folder right here, these are old ranges, guys. These are old ranges that I pulled. I don't think that these are relevant anymore. I'm gonna keep them on my chart because basically every red line here is a high volume node. I'll just keep them on for reference, but let's just change the name of this folder to volume nodes. And I'm just going to keep them in the back of my mind, right? Not really going to keep them on my active chart here. Okay, so let's talk about some other key levels here. Key levels. I have this folder right here of super key levels. Okay. Right here, you can see that we've got this trend line going on. This trend line from the all-time high to this next touch to this touch right here. This is acting as a very strong level of resistance right here, okay? Now, I have this white line right here, right above us at 43.3, okay? 43.3. The reason why this is such an important level right here is because this right here, especially if we go to the 4-hour time frame, all right, and we zoom out, we can see that this level right here is it's a golden pocket. It's the high of the range, and we have a wick at right about 43.3K. In fact, let's zoom in here and check this out. But actually, we have this wick at about 43.5K. 43.5K, I guess I should say, is the wick. 43.5K is that high wick right here. So maybe we could say that this, in general, this is the wick. I'll make this an important level as well. Let's zoom back out here. Okay, so this general area, to me, this is the last area of resistance that we have where potentially we can come up and then get a drop back down into this trend line, and that could be a really nice short position. Not only is this a range high and a wick right here, but it's also a golden pocket. So if we pull out our fibs, we can see that, you know, as we're coming up to that wick, we have the 0.65 Fibonacci level. Let me turn these off for a second. You could see we have right here about 43.3 is right smack dab in the middle of the golden pocket. That wick lines up perfectly with the 0.65 fib level. And everybody, just so you know, that fib is pulled from this high. Hang on. This high right here. This swing high right here. So we had the swing high, the swing low, the swing high. Okay? And it's coming all the way down to this swing low right down here. Okay, and you can see that we're coming into an important area of resistance right here, which is between 42.8 and 43.6. When we add on this wick right here, it lines up perfectly with the golden pocket. And this right here, this 43.3 level, in fact, I'm not too sure how exactly I got that. Was it a wick back in January? I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to waste my time with it now. But this is a very important area of resistance above us because we have the trend line and we have that golden pocket. So right now, if we are going to just look at the most recent price action here, you know, we're below the golden pocket. We're bouncing off the 786. If we lose the 786, it's very likely that you know, we could look at lower golden pockets. But if we're going to continue with the uptrend and we don't start putting in lower lows and lower highs, this would definitely be a great place to potentially look for a short right around here. Okay, these are some key levels. And actually, let me real quick pull out my fib my fib pulls. So let's go back to the daily time frame, zoom out, and let's look at some fibs that I think are very important. First of all, we have this one right here from the Corona dump to the all-time high, which is giving us our golden pocket, which, by the way, inside of that golden pocket is a daily level of about 26.2 right there. Okay, so there's a lot of confluence down there. Potentially, you know, if we to come down here, right? That's a very real possibility. Okay, the second fib that I think is very important for us is this fib right here. Okay, this fib is pulled from this swing high right here to this swing low right here, and you'll be able to import this into your chart. The reason why I have this 786 on the chart right here is because it's a very important, 35K is a very important level of support for us right now. There's a lot of confluence right here at 35K. We've got daily levels right there at 35K. We've got right at 35K, you can see that we have a low volume node right there, a very low volume node, which means, you know, it's going to be acting in a sense as a value area high. If we come down to here, it's going to be acting as a value area high, you know, as the floor of this little chunk of price action here. So that's why I have this fib on here as well. Only the 786. I feel like that's the only level that is important. Of course, they're all important. Then we have this fib right here, which is the all-time high to the low. And that is giving us this golden pocket up here. And then we have this golden pocket right here, taken from not the all-time high, but from this high right here at about 59.3, give or take, to the low. And then we have this fib right here, which is the one we're currently looking at as our resistance. So fib resistances above us, important fib resistances above us, are, in my mind, number one, this one right here, between 43 and 43.5K. This is a very important level of resistance right here. After that, I would say this 786 offers us a good area of resistance as well, simply because we can see we wick down perfectly right here. Again, right here as our support, and then this is a fib level right around 47K, 46.7K. So this would be another area I'd look for as resistance. Then we have this golden pocket right here. Now this golden pocket right here at around 49K, you know, we have the global value area high up here as well. We've got a weekly level there as well. Let's check it out. You know, we've got this golden pocket, we've got the weekly level, we have the global value area high. This would be a very important area of resistance. If price does manage to come up into this area, definitely be looking for, you know, some kind of rejection off there. Not only that, but it also is, if you guys remember, the head and shoulders that was right here, where we had the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. That's also the neckline of the head and shoulders. And so I think there's a lot of confluence right here, right around 49K. A lot of resistance right up here. Okay. And then above that, of course, we have the fib pulled from the all-time high to the dump, which is giving us a nice area of resistance at about 51.1 to 52.3. And also, guys, notice this. In that golden pocket, there's this wick right here. So if we come into the golden pocket and come above that wick and lose that golden pocket, that would be a really nice short position as well, assuming that price is going to pump from here. So those are the important fib levels. And these lines that I have drawn on my chart right here, if I take off the fib levels, and if I take off the weekly levels and the volume levels, these lines that are left right here, these are basically based on all the confluence that I found. These are the most important areas that I'm looking for to take shorts if price pumps. Okay, these are the levels I'm looking to short if price pumps right here, based on, you know, what they say. So right here, this zone right here, we've got the golden pocket, we've got the range high, and we have a wick. Okay, be looking to come up from here. It would be a fake out and a dump. Then right up here, we have a fib level and a wick. Right about 46.9K is the average where that's going to be, right down to this wick right here. This would be an area I would also look to take a short from. Then we have this right here at 48.9, give or take, where we have a fib level, the weekly level, and the global value area high. Then above that, we have this golden pocket and a wick right here, remember? And then up here as well, this is another area that would make, I mean, honestly, if we come up to there, this is an area I would look to short. Why? Because we have a CDW. I forget what that means, guys. I forget my own shorthand. But I'll tell you what we do have up there. We have a daily level right there. Okay. Do we have a weekly level there? We have a weekly level right there too. Okay, check this out, guys. Okay, yeah. So right up here, we have the daily level, we have the wick, and then we have the weekly level. And I think maybe it's the C. I don't know what the C is, but the D is for daily and weekly. And that would be just a really nice area to short as well because of all the confluence we have right here. Let's see something. All right. Let's check this out too, guys. I'm pulling a fib right here from the all-time high to the first dump that we get. Wick down to the first dump. You can also see that, you know, that weekly level lines up perfectly with the 618 level. There's just so much confluence right here. This is a zone of resistance that, yeah, these are the areas I would really look to short. Okay, and so let's kind of talk about those shorts that I would take. Okay, let me turn off these levels here for now, and let's just start with the first short. Okay, the first short would be this one right here. Okay, so basically this setup would be if we pump up above here, right? And honestly, we could come all the way up to like above this wick, really. I would like to see us just come up into this general region right here, where we have also, remember what we also have here is the 618, right? We have the 618. So if we come up into this general region and we're getting the bearish divergences, then absolutely look to take this short from about, I'd say between 43.3 and 43.5. And, you know, we'd come down. The way I would do this is, you know, obviously we have to wait for price to pump. So the entry would be when we lose, you know, depending on how you want to do it, you could say when we lose 43.3, or if we lose the golden pocket, okay, if we lose the 618, okay, the entry would be around 43K. And then I would be super careful with these. I would start them all out as scalps, right? So I would take profit one right here at this, what you could call a daily level, right here at 42 241. Okay, so TP1 would be 42,241, and then TP2 would be I guess I would go for this wick right here at 40.9, and then I would do 40.5. No, I would go a little bit lower. Then let's say down to 39.2. And then honestly, I would just let the rest ride, right? I would just let the rest ride. Of course, we want to see the bearish divergences forming here as well, right? We want to see that as well on here. So this would be one trade right here. I'm going to add these to the chart just so that you guys have them, that you can import them into your charts, okay? Short one, you'll be able to import this into your chart right here. Okay. Boom. All right, let's talk about short number 2 that I would take. Would be from right here at about 47K. And same deal, right? We just want to see price pump. No, that's not the one I want. Yeah, we want to see price pump. Remember, this is a I would also treat this as a scalp, right? If I would treat this as a scalp. If we break out of here, guys, things are going to get very bullish. So I would be treating these kind of as start them out as scalps, and then if they keep running, then they keep running. But again, this one, if price comes up and we pump and we come up here, I would look for a rejection off of around 47K. We want to see bearish divergences forming there, and of course, let me mark out where I would TP. I would TP1 right here at 45.8. I would TP2 right here because that is a daily level. Honestly, I'd probably TP1 right here. TP1 there, TP2 there. TP3 I would shoot for down here and then let the rest ride. This would be my setup. And again, being very careful, right? Like locking in the profit early here because things could get very bullish. All right, so this is another trade right here. I'm going to make this in its own folder called short 2, and these you'll be able to import into your trading view. Okay, let's do some more here. Then the third one would be, from this this one right here, the fib and the weekly level and the global value area high. That one, we want to come up here and get a rejection off of this area. With the bearish divergences. And, obviously we're going to want to let these trades ride, right? These would be swing trades all the way back down. But we want to take profit early because things are probably going to be so bullish here, it may just end up being a scalp. It really may just end up being a scalp if we even get the confirmations, and that's something else that's important. So I would enter short there. I would TP1 right here because that is a daily level, an older daily level. TP2 right here. boom. And yeah, then I would I guess take profit 3 would be down here. This is also daily level here. And yeah, just, you know, stop loss to entry after TP1 and all that. So I would be approaching this more as a scalp, taking profit early, and then if it rides, it rides. Global high / weekly around 48.9, 49K. Yeah, and these are the kinds of trades, guys, where I wouldn't set an order here unless, as we're coming up to that level, you see clear bearish divergences forming. Okay? So this would be another setup here. If price pumps up to here, do. Okay? All right, and then we have this one up here. This one, yeah, this one I think we could get a nicer. This is a golden pocket slash wick that we've got going on right around here. So we'd be looking for the chickens drinking water. Okay. Chickens drinking water around 51.8. You know, this would be our entry, give or take, right? We want to come up, hit this line, at least hit the line, or even just come up to 51.5, 51.5 to 51.8 is our entry there. And then honestly, if we reject off of here, again, you know, because things could be just so bullish, I would take this more carefully where, you know, depending on your entry, I would take profit quick. I would take profit pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, if you have a higher entry, I would take profit 1 right around here at 51.29. If you have a high enough entry, I would honestly lock it in there. This actual setup right here wouldn't really give you much if you took profit 1 there. But then I would hit this wick right here for TP2 and hit this general zone here for TP3. And then this right down here would be TP4 at the weekly. So that would be, let's see, TP2, TP3. And then, you know, down at the weekly, and then I would let, you know, honestly, personally, I would probably take profits and not take the third one and kind of let the rest ride here. That's just me, because it is potential. I mean, this is a serious resistance, and we'll know more as time comes up here. Like if we're printing a bearish div on the daily, as we're coming up here, then, you know, we need to change our plan as it happens. But for right now, if we're breaking out of here, things could get extremely bullish, guys. We could have another hysteria kind of, even if this is the relief rally, you know, we could come all the way back up to here and then just continue with the downtrend. So, because this could be a bump and run, right? A bump and run is this. This is a bump and run right here. A bump and run reversal pattern is where you have this trend line that's acting as resistance. We get a hard rejection, and then we come back up and we break out, okay? what we have going on for Bitcoin right now, we have this trend line. It's been acting as resistance. We get a huge rejection, come all the way down, and then potentially we could break out. So that's why I'm being so cautious here, guys, because a bump and run is a very bullish pattern. It's a reversal pattern. And usually the target is an all-time high. And you can see, basically, assuming that this is a bump and run that will play out here, you know, obviously this is steel, Tata Steel, Tata Steel Ltd, whatever that is, right? New York Stock Exchange. I don't trade the New York Stock Exchange. But what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to short these retracements. If this is going to be a bump and run, we want to short the retracements in the hopes that one of those retracements will just be an epic short that we could take, right? So that's why I'm being so cautious. I'm being so cautious with these shorts here. So this would be another, you know, if we get the bump and run and we come up here and then we reject like that, yeah, this would be a good short as well around that area. And Bitcoin is again testing the VWAP. Let me go ahead and just put these in another folder here, short 4. I know I have a lot this week, guys, but the reason for that is because, you know, if we break out, these are just going to be the areas that I'm looking to trade, right? That's why we got so many of them. And I will be putting all these setups in the Discord that you can import into your own trading view, which would be nice, right? Okay. So the last short to take would be this one here. Now, keep in mind, guys, you know, I'm long right now for me personally. So if this is a bump and run and we break out of here, I'm just holding on to my longs. I'm in 2 long positions right now. I'm in a long USD inverse, and I'm in a long USDT perpetual. So I got my long pants on, and my stop losses are low. I was long from 32.1K. I accidentally closed out that, but I got another long right around here, right around down here. So unless we come down below this level right here, I'm just going to hold on to these longs, right? The stop losses are in profit. So the last short and the most epic short would be this one right here, okay? This one right here is basically, we have all that confluence that we were talking about up here, right? We've got, first of all, from the swing high, all-time high, to the first drop, okay, the first drop, which is also a fib level, we've got the golden pocket right there, okay? We've got the golden pocket right there. Sorry. We got that golden pocket right there, all right? Pulled out our fib. It's accent time. Then what we have also is we have a weekly level, boom, right there, okay? What we also have is a daily level, boom, right there. And then what we also have is this wick, guys. We have this wick right here, which could give us the chickens drinking water, right? If we manage to get this, right, where we pump out of this trend line and just continue in an uptrend, it may not mean continuation of the bull market. It may mean we just reject hard off of one of these levels. And so this could be the most epic short that we take, or it could just be a nice short in general, right? It would be a nice short in general. Because of all the confluence we have here, what we want to see is we want to see price pump up like this. And honestly, it would be really great if we come up. Obviously, first, we'd be looking to short the daily there because it's an untouched daily level. I would definitely look to short the daily. But I would also look to see something like this, right, where we come up above that wick and then drop. That would be the nicest thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if we can get a nice short off the daily. I'll probably look to short that if we pump up there. But really, the most epic one would be the chickens drinking water to swing failure off of this, right? So something that could really happen, potentially, is this, where we pump up, we reject off the daily a little bit, come down, people start shorting, but then we get another pump above the wick into the golden pocket, into the weekly, and then we come down from there. Okay, this would be something that's kind of typical. And so if this is true, because we've got all that confluence right there, then the entry would be I guess 59K, right? 59K. We want to see a chicken drinking water. Oh, here we go. CDW is chickens drinking water wick. A chicken drinking water wick. Want to see a chicken drinking water entry, okay? Sorry, there's a fly on my hand. Take profit 1. For this trade, honestly, guys, I would probably want to lock it in right here at about 56.7 because that's a daily. I would take profit 1 at 56.7. That would be my take profit 1 right there at that daily level, 56.7. My take profit 2 would probably want to be right around here at 55.1. And then, honestly, guys, I would let the rest ride and take profits at the supports, or when you feel like it, or when you want to take money out, right? Obviously, right down here at about 52K, depending on how far down we come, you could just hold this thing open. I would hold it open if we come down to and hit our first 2 take profits, and if we come down below 52K, I would just continue to hold this thing for as long as I possibly could. That way, if one day you wake up and we're trading back down below here, just scoop a little more profit out. You know, those shorts that you can hold for a long time, as long as you can hold for a long time, they're very lucrative. They're very lucrative. So, okay, we'll put this here. Short 5, right? Boom. 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 Okay, yep, that's that. And, okay. So let's talk about longs. What longs are we looking to take here? Well, first of all, the first long that I would really want to take. Can I make a folder for a folder? No, I can't. Okay, so these short setups here, guys, are, you know, they'll be importable into your trading view after this is over. We go down to the 1 hour. You know, like I was saying before, I would like to see for a long, I would like to see price come down to the value area high and get a bounce from there because of this wick. We could also get the chickens drinking water. This is something I'm pretty sure I already posted it most recently in the Bitcoin trade setups. Yeah, basically, because we've got the golden pocket here, we've got the high volume node, we could potentially be printing the bullish divergence. Yeah, even on the 2 hour. Okay, we do have a bullish div on the 2 hour already, guys. We have the bullish div already on the 2 hour. I would want to wait, guys. That's just me. I would look at the money flow crossing under on the 3 hour. We do have a hidden bullish divergence on the 3 hour though. I'm torn, guys. You know, I know a lot of people long this, and it is a nice trade for them. Personally, just because of my current positioning, I wouldn't want to long here. This money flow is crossing purple, although I do think we can get a move to the upside for sure. You know, we have a bullish divergence on the 3 hour. That ain't no joke. That ain't no joke. The only thing to keep in mind is the bullish divergence on the 3 hour could be nullified if we come down below the value area high. So that's why I really want to use this as my point of reference, okay? Because if we put in a lower low and on momentum and price, then that would make it no longer a bullish div. And right now we can see that we are using the VWAP as our resistance. Although we may bust through there, personally not looking too long right now. That's just me, guys. That's just me. I would wait till down here. So let's talk about that first long setup. We've got a fib retracement. Okay, so it's the one I already posted in the Discord, and then of course we've got another. We could just pull fibs for days, right? We could really pull fibs for days. If we pull a fib from the swing low to the swing high here, you could see that. Okay, are we coming up above the VWAP now? Yep, we're coming up above the VWAP. That's a bullish thing. Okay, so sorry guys. Yeah, okay, so if we pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high, you can see that we have some important fib levels here. First of all, we have the 382 coming in right here. We have the 618 coming in right here. I would honestly, the best place to long would be the 618 area, right? Coming down to here, getting a bounce from there. To me, that would be, if we're going to get a retracement, the two best places to look are usually the 382 and then the 618. The 618 is the most reactive area. So if we're in an uptrend now, and we're going to continue up, and we just need to consolidate, coming down to that golden pocket would be a great place to look for a long, in my opinion, because not only do we have the golden pocket there, but if I turn back on my important levels here, you can see that we've got this. This is an area where we have a 786 fib level. We have a low volume node, which basically kind of makes this almost like a value area high, where it was our resistance for so long, it was our support for so long, then it was our resistance for so long, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So we also have, that important level that it's a level that we've been looking at for quite some time here, where we have this this low volume node slash 786 fib retracement area right here. So anywhere really between, I would really be looking for a nice bounce off of between this 786 level. Here, let me turn on that other fib. Boom. Yeah, we got a 786 right here. We've got a low volume node right here. And so it would be pretty nice, I would say, if we come down and get a bounce off of this area. So I would really be looking, when we come to this area, the best way I could think of setting this up would be this, because, obviously if we bounce a little bit higher off the 786, we could have a significant move, and if we're waiting for the golden pocket, we might miss the move. So I would be really watching as we come down to here to see, do we have the bullish divergences forming? And if yes, then I would take a long from here. And there's two ways you could do this. Either, if you were going to take the long from the 786 slash low volume node, enter on the bullish divergence on the low time frame, and then take profit early and move your stop loss to the entry, and then if we dip down lower into the golden pocket, then you can get back in long again once we come back up above here. Okay, a lot of times, you guys know I do that, right? I will enter long or short, lock in the trade, get stopped out, and then I'll enter again because things continue to look bullish. So this is definitely one area that I would be looking for a potential long from, like a nice swing long, okay, from right down here. So let's entry 35K let's just do the reclaim, right? 35K, and then my TP1 would be right up here at 36.5. Whoops. TP2 37.5. Why do I keep doing that? And then I would do my TP3 up here at 42.5, and then let it ride. Cool. All right, so let's make a folder for that. Boom. And again, guys, you know, you're going to mark these levels on your chart. You're going to set your alerts there. And then, you know, just when we get there, just look for your divergences and stuff. And because you'll be able to have these in your trading view, you'll be able to just pop them on and off as well. And what you can do is you can set the alerts in these folders and then just turn off the folder. That way you don't have to be looking at it the whole time, you know. Okay, let's talk about another long. Well, honestly, guys, the only other long that I could see that we could take here would be why is that fib still on? Oh, okay. Yeah, so basically we could take along from the golden pocket, or we could take along from the 786, because here's the thing. If we're in an uptrend, okay, if we don't, the 786 is like the last hope to put in a higher low and a higher high. If we lose the 786, then you know, it's very unlikely that we will continue upward. I'm sorry, guys. I just yawned for a second there. I would look to long the 786 from about 32. And then the last long I would look to take, if we keep dumping, would be the daily. Okay, so this would be one of the positions here. We dump down to the 786, pump up from there. Entry would be 786 at 32.2K, let's just say. TP1 would be the 618 at 34.3. TP2. Actually, you know what? No, I would TP1 before that. I would TP1 because if we're dumping like that, just to be safe and lock it in, I would TP1 at 33.1. Yeah, 0.1. TP3, I would take that. This seems to be a level of resistance, so let's do 37.4. And really, I would just let the rest ride from there. I would just let the rest ride. Once we lock it in early, make sure it's a winner, set a pretty decent target, and then just let the rest ride. Boom. All right, so this will be in. Now keep in mind, guys, if we do dump from here, it's very likely that the juiciest long position that we get would be from, there's two places, right? So there's the daily down here at this daily right here at 29,756, and then there's this daily right here at 26.2. Both of these dailies would make good longs, right? So I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but just keep in mind that we should be looking for some kind of chicken drinking water entry down at this daily, okay, for some kind of a scalp, and then also for a pretty nice, probably a nice swing long position would be right down here from this daily, because this daily right down here is also a golden pocket. It's the golden pocket from the Corona dump to the all-time high. So, you know, if this is a real downtrend now, that we will get a retracement from this daily level, right? So let's just keep in mind that these are other potential shorts. Other potential longs. And I'm just going to kind of put them in here. They don't need much explanation because that is far away, but just keep in mind. And then if we get closer to those levels, I will be bringing them up in the Discord. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potential trades here, guys. But you know, this is an overarching plan. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how much volatility we're going to get. Bitcoin can surprise us, so that's why it's important to have these plans in advance, right? All right, so give me 1 minute, guys. I'm going to be right back. Got to go take a whiz, and then we're going to go through Ethereum. All right, we're going to go do the same thing for Ethereum. So stick around, y'all. Stay tuned. The only time it feels good to get liquidated. If you guys know what I mean, y'all know what I mean, right? Okay, let's zoom in here to the 1 hour and let's take a look at what's going on real quick. You know, we've got the bullish div. We're above the VWAP. Things looking bullish. Crypto face is long. I'm waiting for lower. Not financial advice. All right, let's get into Ethereum. And before we do, let me just Ethereum looking pretty nice here, actually. Ethereum looking pretty bullish on the weekly. Ethereum looking pretty bullish on the daily. Ethereum looking pretty bullish on the 4 hour too. But I will tell you this. You know, Ethereum could very easily print a bearish divergence on the 4 hour right now, which would make for a nice short. Okay, let me pop into the chat real quick just to see if everything's good. Yeah, Ramon brings up a good point. That in a strong uptrend, in a strong trend, the 382 is generally not lost as support. If it is lost, we can expect the 618. If we lose the 618, it's an early indication that the trend is over. That is correct, Ramon. That is correct. Pull fib from the all-time high to the low of 28. We reject off the 382 for that juicy short. Let's do that real quick. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Wow. Wow. I didn't even notice that. That is amazing, is that not? Yeah, fib levels ain't no joke. Well, that's a bearish sign, is it not? See what happens. Yeah, so that's why I'm looking to short here, because if we pump through the 382, the next zone would be the 0.65. I'm sorry, the 0.618. All right, nice. Okay, so Ethereum. Let's see what happens here. This is a potential diamond pattern going on, right? That if we break out, it could be actually super bullish, right? I mean, depending on where you pull the diamond from. I mean, this is where the impulse up really starts. But I don't know. You could argue that it was from here. That's nice, though. Is that not nice? Is this not nice? The diamond breakout right into the 618 for a short. That's nice. I think that's nice. I think that's nice. Let's make that one of the potential shorts right here, because that would be a really nice move to short, honestly. To short, because yeah, we clearly have this diamond forming right here. And man, that would give us a nice bearish divergence too, right into that golden pocket. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're going to dump down that far, but this would be nice. Yeah, that would just take us right into the golden pocket, would that not? I really hate diamonds, though. I find they're not the easiest, most reliable pattern to trade. But let's just say that we make it up to there, and then we just keep doing something like this, as we get there. On the divergences with the money flow, it's coming down as well, and the VWAP, that'd be a nice Ethereum short right there. And let's see. Go to the daily. I would probably take profit 1 right here. Would take profit 2. We have all these daily levels here. So I'd take profit 1 at the next daily level, which is right here. And take profit 2 would be at the 3rd daily level. I would honestly probably lock it in before that, guys. That's just my style. But let's go back to the 1 hour. These orange lines are both daily levels here. And yeah. TP1, TP2. All right, so I guess this is not the best way to do it, but we did it that way. So okay, potential short. Actually, I'm not gonna keep this in folders, guys. I'm not gonna keep this one in a folder because it's like in the near future. I'm just gonna upload the screenshot to the Discord. Okay, cool. All right, sorry guys. Enough of that. Let's get into the actual analysis here. So we'll start on the weekly time frame. We'll zoom out. Things are looking quite bullish on the weekly time frame. We've got the green dot below the weekly. I mean, things are looking super bullish here. In fact, it's, if you're long on Ethereum, make sure to hold it. I'm not long on Ethereum right now. But wait a second. Bitcoin just did something. I got an alert. I think we're back down at the point of control again. Okay, yeah, we're still... The only way I would get long here on Bitcoin is if we can come up above the 0.65. If we pump up above the 0.65, I would consider getting in a long position. But as long as we are below this point of control, put in another lower high just now. Yeah. Okay, so weekly time frame. Let's start with the visible range indicator. We've got our blank chart on. And you can see that we've got our global value area high coming in right about here. Right about 2907. Is that correct? It's a little bit higher than that. There we go. 2929. And okay, so this is a very important area of resistance, guys, as we can see. Really between this point of control right down here. Hang on, is that the global one? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm messing up here. This is it. 3160. I'm sorry, guys. 3160. Important level. Okay, so we've got that there. That's an important level because, again, if we come up above that area, it's possible that Ethereum could start now trading within a higher range right there. And I'm going to put this in a folder called volume. While we're doing the volume, what did I just do here? Oh, man. I'm going to put that in a folder called volume. All right, now let's analyze some other volume while we're doing volume. We've got this right here. These areas, these are old, okay? These are old. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to analyze the volume that we got after we lost the global value area high. So I'm going to go down to a lower time frame. And actually, instead of the time that we lost the global value area high, I want to analyze the volume ever since we came below this level right here, right about this level here, because we can see that this was an important area of resistance before we broke out. And then again, when we lost the level, we retested it, confirming it was now resistance again. And so what I want to do is analyze the volume from this entire section here. So let me go ahead and pull out the fixed range. And from the time that we lost that there, let's pull it all the way out here. And so we've got our value area high coming in right here. $28.16. And we've got the point of control right down here at $23.14. And we've got the value area low down here at $21.42. Boom. Okay, so this is value area low. This right here is the point of control, 28.16. This right here is the value area high of 28.16. And then the point of control is actually 23.14. Boom. Boom. All right, so what is this thing? Okay, yeah, that's just the range high, let's just say. And I'm going to go ahead and move these things into the volume folder. And we're going to go ahead and lock that and turn it off. So these are the key volume areas here. Let me now pull a volume indicator from the time that we started this uptrend, right? So we came down to the low of this descending triangle, and that's 1, 2, 3, the fourth bounce off of that. Let's pull a fixed range from the low to the high just to see where the most volume was traded here. And okay, so we have some other important levels right here. We have the value area high, which we're currently trading above. That's a very bullish sign. We have the point of control down here. Then we have the value area low down here. Remember, guys, these will change, okay? These will change. Local volume. These will absolutely change, guys. Oh, man. Because the price action will change. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that. And this is giving us a little range right here. You know, potentially if we come back down from here, right, if we don't break out, if we come back down, you know, you look for a bounce off the point of control, you look for a bounce off the value area low. And if we lose the value area low, then, you know, it's very likely that we come back down lower. Another thing that we do is we pull out the fib from the swing low to the swing high just to see if there's any confluence. Well, what do you know? We got the golden pocket right at the value area low. We've got the 382 right at the point of control. Okay, so locally, if we come down to these areas, you would definitely look to long right here and long right here, right? We're going to go ahead and put this fib retracement into the local volume folder, just so you guys know it's there. You know, be keeping your eyes out for those potential longs. In fact, just locally, you know, we could even put, just so we remember, you know, that we're looking to take a long here, and we're looking to take a long right here, you know, from this area here. You know, we're just looking. Those are good areas to look, right? If price comes down to these areas, we should be looking for longs there because we have confluence. Okay, I'm just going to keep that like this, you know, just to remind myself too, like, hey, I'm looking for a long there. Okay. Now let's do some weekly levels. and some daily levels, and then we'll look for confluence and come up with some more trading ideas here. So we'll start with the weekly. We'll zoom out. Okay, so obviously we've got our weekly up here. $39.26. We have a weekly level right up here where we currently are rejecting from at 27.03. Now then we've also got the weekly right. Is that a weekly? Yeah, I would put one right here at 23.20. And then we have this, we have two, I mean, you could say that we have a weekly support, 29.02, weekly support at 19.84, and a weekly support at 18.88. I'm only going to do 18.88 here, guys, and the reason for that is because we can see that this level was not really respected on the weekly time frame right here. And this level was respected once. We did get a bounce off of here, but then we fell right back through. So I would just only put right now this weekly right here because there's a lot of confluence with this weekly level back here as well. We could just see that this is a very well respected area of what will be support if we come back down to there. So I'm going to do 1888 weekly. Okay, so those are the weekly levels. In the immediate short term, we've got this one down here as well at 14.21. And you know, we've got one at 12. I don't think we have another real weekly until down here at like 3.24. I guess you could say 12.41. I'm just going to keep this on the chart for now, guys, for the weeklies. All right, then let's go to the daily time frame, see what we got on here. You know, we've got obviously this one right here at 41.76. It's a daily. We've got one right here as well at 40.81. We got the daily right here at about 33.75. And these are untouched levels too, which means they could be very reactive. Remember, the more times a level gets touched, the less reactive it becomes. Like, for example, this daily level right here at 28.76, it got tapped once right to the daily level and rejected right from it. So the next time we come up there, and then look at this. We had this daily level. You guys see how that works? Let's zoom in. So we had a daily level right here. Okay, boom. We tapped it, rejection. We formed a new daily level right here. We missed it. Interesting, guys. Interesting. So I would put on my chart both of these here. And just to keep them in the back of my mind that we have a zone of support here. Okay, daily. 2887. I'm just going to keep that 1 on, guys. I'm going to keep the higher one on. Is that the higher one or the lower one that I put? That's the higher one. I'm just going to keep the higher one on, guys, and just remember that there's a zone there's a zone right there. This daily level right here, we did not tap it. So technically we have a daily level at 2708, guys. Interesting. This one, we came up to it, we rejected, but then we burst through. Okay, this one, kind of not really. I would put one right down here at this support, 1784. Yeah, the reason I wouldn't really mark this one, guys, is because we came right through it. We could see we had it was respected a little bit, like we got some consolidation there, but we really just blast right through that one. So really, these would be the levels I'd be looking at as far as the daily levels go. And then daily 1784. You know, and I'll make a folder right here of just other levels, okay? Because I think it is still important to have other levels on your chart, you know, especially if you're like scalping. So, you know, I would put then, you know, just be aware of this level here. Be aware of it. You know, be aware of this level here. $1988. That was a good year, guys. You guys remember that year? I was out partying and wasn't even born yet, actually. Let's just do miscellaneous levels and put them in here. Because they're still important, you know? I just wouldn't give them as much weight as a daily. Okay? So, all right, we'll hide that now. We'll hide this now. So we've got our weeklies. We've got our dailies. We've got our miscellaneouses. And, you know, I'm not going to do 4 hour and lower because, you know, there's no purpose really. Okay, we did all the volume. We did the local volume. We had a wick right there. And we did swing failure pattern that wick, actually. We did swing failure pattern that wick. This was actually an Ethereum short that I took. Swing failure pattern the wick. And unfortunately, I did not post it in the VIP Discord. I posted it in the free Discord because nobody was in the VIP Discord at the time. But it was a trade I took, but I won't do that again. We'll not do that again. Okay, just looking at the wicks here, guys, you know, these are important areas to keep our eyes on. That's a monthly level. Let me see something here. Okay, yeah. We have a monthly level too. Let's go to the month time frame. Just as point of reference, we have two monthly levels, 2275 and then 2777. These are important to keep in mind, guys. These are important levels to keep in mind because potentially we could just range in between the two monthlies, right? That would be nice. That would be nice. Easy trading. Okay, these important levels, why do I have these important levels here? Because I think that, wow, look at this. So this is important. We have the monthly level coming in right around this point of control right here. Right around the point of control. And also, let's pull out our fib. Okay. This would be a really nice long position. If we come back down into this general area here, the 382, the monthly, and the point of control, to take that long position here. That would be nice. Okay, so that would be really nice actually. Then my TP1 would be 2321. My TP2 would be at the daily at 2580. And then, let's see, TP3 would probably be up here at this daily 2712. And then just let it ride. Let's hit new all-time highs. Yeah, that would be nice actually. That would be nice. Okay, so yeah, these are also some important levels here. You could see that this golden pocket is pulled. Yeah, let's do some fib pulls actually. Let's do some fib pulls. Let's do that now. So first, obviously, we've got from the all-time high to the all-time low. And, you know, these are important fib levels to have on the chart. The 382 and the 618. You can see that we're not quite at the 382 yet. And also that 382 lines up perfectly with a daily level, which we got right here at 27. Right here, 2710. We've got that confluence with the 382 right there. So let's mark this as a daily /382. And I'm going to make a folder called key levels or significant levels. And let's make this daily /382 resistance. And let's just say it's 2710. Okay, so that's an important level to remember. Another important level to remember is the golden pocket up here at 3408. Let's just check to see if we have any confluence in that golden pocket. We do. So we have a daily level coming in right here at 3375. So we'll put a level right here that we have an important daily / golden pocket. We'll just do GP. And that's at 3387. And I guess I should put a price here. That's at 2710. Okay. So those are two important fib levels right there. Now the next fib I want to pull is, let me put this in a folder called fibs. The next fib I want to pull is from this swing high here down to the low. This swing high right here coming in at 35.68 down to the all-time low. This is the fib that I currently had on the chart right there. Let's turn off this first one. Just keep the second one here. All right, so you can see that we've got the golden pocket coming in right up here, as well as a daily level 28.59. And then we have two daily levels right there. Okay, so we've got the daily level at 28.59. We got the daily level at 28.87. So this is another area of shorting confluence right up here. Let's make this a key level as well right here. I'll make it a little bit lower, just give an average. Make it white, and this is daily 618. Basically two dailies and a 618 coming in at 28.69. One of my chickens is outside going absolutely crazy, clucking up a storm. I hope everything's okay. I'm sure Big Bus 28 would let me know if it wasn't. Okay, so this is another important level here. Yeah. So you guys can kind of see now how I'm doing this. Where okay. You guys can see how I'm doing this, where I'm basically pulling fibs and I'm looking for confluence with other levels to see if where a good short would come in. So then we now have a fib from this swing high to the swing low. Let's just check it out. Okay, we're above that golden pocket now. Let's see where the 786 comes in. Okay, yeah. So this is a nice this is a nice level. That's a nice level, and if I wasn't mistaken, guys, could have sworn that okay, no. Just see something else real quick here. Okay. Yeah, it's the same range right there. Okay. I wonder why my value area high is coming in a little bit differently. Probably just because price action's changed. Okay. Let me just put on my important levels again. Turn on the volume. See if there's any more confluence here. We do have the value area high coming in just before this right here, but I think this is a more significant level. More local volume. Yeah, so we've definitely got that. Okay, so those are resistances above us. As far as supports below us go right now, I would say that an important level would be this right here. This right here at about 23.16 is an important support. This is a POC, a 382. And let's see, is it anything else? And a weekly. Okay, and that's coming in at 23.16. And then let's just check out this one here. This 618 down here is also the, why do I have that marked again? Is that the value area low? No. No, I'm not sure why I have that one marked there. Huh. Well, it's still an important level. It's an area of much support right there. Let's see if there's any more confluence. Any weeklies? No. Any dailies? No. Any monthlies? Yes. I'm assuming that that's a monthly there. No, it's not. Wait a second. What happened to the other? What happened to the other monthly level I had marked out on here? All right. Put that in the folder. There we go. Let's go back to the 4 hour here and turn back on that local volume. Okay, so it is a monthly. Okay, so that is a very, also, yeah, and I already have here. Okay, yeah, I remember now. I have these two longs. Yeah, so definitely that's a very key level right here. The local volume. We have a monthly. Wait. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm tripping myself out now. That's not a monthly down here. 2109. What is that? What's 2109? Huh. I don't know. I don't know why I have that level there. Interesting. Well, guys, I mean, it is a 618, so I just wish I knew why I had that there. Was it a high volume node? Let me see. Looks like a low volume node. Yeah, I don't know why I have that there, guys, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of that. We do have the value area low of this run up right down here. Let me just see. I doubt it, but okay, yeah. Yeah, I would still look for a long out of the golden pocket, guys. I still would. Let's just put that here and just do golden pocket at 2084. And remember, guys, this golden pocket will only work if we continue down from here, right? If we pump up from here and we put in a higher high, then basically these fib levels become invalidated, because then we'll be having to stretch our fib from the swing low to a higher high than what we've currently got going on right now. Okay? So let's zoom back out here and let's turn back on some trend lines. So we were trading in this descending triangle type thing. We broke out. We're finding now our resistance after swing failure off of this wick. And then we've got some of our important key levels here. So above us, the first place that I would look to take a short for Ethereum would be right here at 2710. Because this is a daily level, it's a 382 and it's a 786. So what we would want to see is we would want to see us come up above the wick to the level, lose the level. We want to see Market Cipher B give us a bearish divergence on the 4 hour. And we also want to see the divergences on the lower time frames too. But this could be a nice short position right here. Okay, at least a short scalp, if not something more intense, right? So remember, the daily is about to give us a red dot, which means we could potentially come down some. So let's say that we get a fake out or something at this level. Be looking for a short right here. Yeah, let's see. I would also, let's just, entry would be at 2710 ish, and then for me, I would take profit one. I would honestly take profit one right about, depending on how safe you want to be. I mean, I would take profit one at 2619. Lock it in, and then TP2. Let's come down to this area here at 2530. That's a good amount, and then I would honestly let it ride and take profit 3 would be at the point of control at 2316, and then I would just let it ride as long as possible. Okay, so this is short, potential short number 1. Of course, guys, these shorts, we want to see the bearish divs and stuff like that too. Because right now, what looks like is going to happen is we're going to get another another green dot on the 4 hour, which would give us a pump, like what we've been seeing. And then yeah, we'd look to reject off of there, or we would look to reject off of here. It's very straightforward. Let's come back to the daily. If we're going to short from this one right here, that 618, honestly, it would be nice. We would want to make sure that our depending on where we start to reject, it's possible that we could come and take out some of these highs, like this one right here. So we could come up like this into the golden pocket, take out the high, and then come back down. Of course, we would want to see, bearish divergences, which we're already starting to see. So, sorry for the slow trading view today, y'all. But, sometimes the computer doesn't do what you want it to do. Technology is a love-hate kind of relationship here. So yeah, again, we would want to see the bearish divs forming. And this is the 4 hour time frame, guys, so we're not going to see it as clearly as if we zoom in, but that would be a pretty intense bearish divergence coming right up into the 618, right? So I would I would enter there. I would probably lock in some profits pretty soon. I like to lock in profit early. Let's see, we got with chicken drinking water from 2869. And then TP1, I would TP1 at 2809, 2812. That's just me. I would TP2 at 27.76. And then TP3 at 27.10. And then just let it ride. That's what I would do here. And then of course, this one up here, right? The daily, the golden pocket. This could be a nice short as well. Let's come to the daily time frame again. Would that not be nice? Now I'm trying to think here because, you know, we have to be aware of everything that could potentially happen here, right? We have to be aware of some of these wicks that could potentially give us swing failures, chickens drinking, however you want to call that. So, you know, even though we have this daily here, yeah, maybe we'd want to come up a little bit higher than that. We have the daily here. I mean, it's just important to keep in mind that even though we have that daily there, we could, you know, any of these highs here, we could potentially reject off of those areas of resistance. So that's important to keep in mind, okay? But yeah, this is definitely not a bad place to short because of the fib, right? Because of that fib, I would definitely be looking for a trade out of there for sure. So if we pump up all the way to here, you know, I would absolutely want to short this into the golden ratio. It doesn't have to be into the golden ratio. It could be right up to the 618 and then just take profits along the way down. You know, for me, I would, wow, look at that. We could really just fall right through here, and I would probably take profit 1 right here. I would take profit 2 at this wick right here. Take profit 3 down at this other 618. And just, you know, let it ride. So this would be short 3, potential short 3. These will be available in the Discord, guys. But it's important to remember that, you know, we also have the 618 right here. Whoa, I don't want that. I just wanted to say 618. I'm going to put that in the short setup so we remember. That's why we have the line there. That's the 618, because a lot of times we reject off the 618. Okay, so we've got this short setup right here. Boom. And remember, stop loss is always above the last swing high. I know, y'all know that. Okay, so those are potential short setups for Ethereum. Let's talk about potential longs. You know, no surprise, we're going to be looking to long those important key levels. So we've got that one, we've got that one. I think for right now, those are the two I would most likely be willing to take unless we fall back into the triangle here, in which case we'll deal with that when we get to it. But you know, obviously, we have let's go to the weekly time frame here. Zoom out. We've got this weekly down here that we have not hit. I forgot to put that one in. This weekly is 1673. And so also potentially we can long these weeklies as well. These would be the four main areas I would look to long. Let me turn on some dailies here. Yeah, obviously we got that daily too. You know, besides the local longs, these right here, which I already got in the chart from the 382 from the 618. You know, just keep in the back of your mind, guys, the weekly and these dailies here, because these will make for good longs if we get down there. But for right now, in the immediate short term, I think these are the longs that I would really be looking to take in the immediate short term, are these two. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, that's kind of it, I guess, now for Ethereum. Let me pop into the chat and see if we got any questiones. Is anyone still here? Wow, we still got a lot of people here. Okay. Oh, shout out to Memory Man. Memory Man, didn't know you were in the Discord, bro. That's cool. Crypto Yacht. Shout out to Crypto Yacht. There's a TradingView desktop app. I didn't know about that. Okay, let's see. Are we bullish with the 1 hour bullish divergence? Asks Martin. Yeah, you know, I am bullish in general. Well, I shouldn't say I'm bullish in general. What I should say is it is a bullish thing for Bitcoin right now to see the bullish divergence on the 1 hour. But for me, just me personally, I don't want to. I wouldn't. You know, because I didn't long down here, I'm not going to long up here for sure. I wanted to wait until we came into the golden pocket. If I miss it, I miss it, right? If I miss it, I miss it. I'm not going to try and long right now. I'm going to wait for the short. If this was the long and we're not going to come back lower and test these lower levels, then I missed the long. The only way I would get in the long right now, guys, is if we come up above the point of control, retest, and then get in there, right? So if we pump above here, we retest that 6.5 point of control, then you could get into a long there. But I would not enter a long right here up against the resistance. That's just me. What's up, Michael Vukelik? Jay Holiday, where can we see potential trade setups? I will post them. Number one, you can import them from the trading levels, which will be posted in here. Number two, potential Bitcoin setups, potential Ethereum setups. I will post them in here. Okay. Yeah, but this, you know, this is not looking bearish. I'll tell you that. You know, crypto face is long. I'll tell you that. But like I said, you know, just personally, because of the way I'm currently trading, where I'm short from here, I'm long from down here, and I'm also long from lower. There's no reason for me to enter a trade like this right now because I'm just not confident. I'd rather just hold my open longs and my open short and wait for one of my plans to work out, right? So you can see we're at the point of control. potentially look for a long. Let's go down to like the 3 minute. Yeah, I don't want to long this. Do I trade anything besides ETH or Bitcoin? Yeah, I trade altcoins too, but in the summer I don't, because here's the thing. In the winter, I can spend more time in front of the computer looking at charts. In the summer, I have animals to take care of, and I have gardens to take care of, and it's a lot of work. Oh, cool, Memory Man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Bruce B., this is what I try to do every week. I try to do TA plus potential setups, share the levels, and yeah, hopefully you can get some value from this. So Thomas Yeager wants to know, when you set certain levels to create limit orders beforehand, to short or long, or do you enter a trade on Bybit when it hits the level? Okay, so Thomas, here's what I do, right? I will look at my chart and I will say to myself, let's say, for example, for Ethereum, that we're going to come up to, let's put on one of our important key levels here. Let's say that we are about to come up to the daily / the 618, right? And I can see as we're pumping up here and we're about to get there, I see that we have a clear bearish divergence. Money flow's coming down, VWAP's coming down, everything's coming down. I will set limit orders, here and here, let's say, and right on the line. And I will make sure that, depending on how confident I am that the things are looking like how I want them to look on Market Cipher, I will enter my short position with limit orders right here. And I will make sure I put the limit order with a stop loss to make sure that I'm not risking more than 1% of my capital. I will do that often. Another thing I will do is, let's say I'm kind of confident, but kind of not really. I don't want to miss a good opportunity. What I'll do is I'll set a couple limit orders up here, but I'll only put 50% of the total contracts I want to have on that trade here. So if I get stopped out now, I'm only losing 0.5% of my trading capital instead of 1%. So I'm stopped out of a smaller position. But let's say I do the same thing. I'm not that confident. I'm like, yeah, it could be a good trade. I'm not too sure. I want to have a good entry, so I set my limit orders. And then, boom, we have a strong reaction. Then I can market in the rest of my position here. And then I'm only paying fees on half of what would be my full position. So I'm only paying fees on half of my position because I wasn't 100% certain as we came up to the level. I had my limit order set with a stop loss, but when I see we're getting the reaction, I market in the rest. And what that does is it prevents me from having to pay fees, and that's especially good if you're scalping, guys. Like, here's the thing. If I'm locking in profit super early, if I had to market into that trade, there's a good chance that my take profit one will just undo the fee, right? So it's always a good idea, if you've done your TA and you trust your TA, as we're getting to the level, if it becomes abundantly clear that we're printing the divergences, then I do set a limit order, right? I trust the TA, and I set the limit order. That's how I do it. So Mustafa Fathi, how can we use the ETH/Bitcoin chart for ETH trades? I don't really know, man. I guess you could look at it and see how it's doing. I don't use the ETH Bitcoin chart for ETH trades. I don't really. I guess you could say if ETH is higher than if ETH is going up compared to Bitcoin, perhaps you could use that to be a little bit more bullish on the ETH/USD pair. But I don't use that chart, my friend. I used to trade ETH/USD, just that pair. I actually used to trade it to stack my Bitcoins. I haven't done that since September. Andrew Toten says, hey, JC, when confirming a bounce or a rejection off a level, what time frame do you use? It could look like it's bouncing multiple times in the 1 minute and not at all in the 24. That's a great question, Andrew. Personally, I like to use the lower time frames. I like to use the 1 minute to the 6 minute. And, if there's two kinds of bounces or rejections we're going to get. One is the chicken's drinking water, where it's a very violent, fast rejection. The second one is something kind of like, what we've kind of been experiencing on Bitcoin for the past few days here, where, we come up to our level and we just kind of float around here before we have another massive dump. Or like this short right here, where we come up, we print the red dot and we just kind of consolidate a little bit before we get the dump. Here's what I recommend. I recommend that if you're looking for the chicken's drinking water because we're taking out a wick, then you use the 1 minute. But if we're just coming into a golden pocket, let's say, and we have a bearish divergence on a higher time frame, then, I personally, I do look for the reaction, but I don't have to see as strong of a reaction. So it kind of depends on the trade that you're taking here. Like this right here, we didn't have a very fast reaction off of here. Let's check it out in the 1 hour. I mean, we did, right? We had a decent reaction off of here, but it was because we hit into that blue box. And as soon as I saw that we were starting to print this divergence here, I mean, it's like, all right, we're in the box, we're getting the divergence, let me enter the trade. Crypto Yacht says was kind in no man's land. Oh yeah. I'm with you, Crypto Yacht. I'm with you on that. Michael Vukelik. All right, cool. I said your name right. Tom Botch says about the Discord Trading Levels channel. Don't forget that not all patrons can see this channel. Tina T is on it. Okay. What is the best time frame to use to determine if a support has been rejected and whether it's worth entering a short? Do you mean Scoops25 when you say a support has been rejected? Do you mean like we fall down and then retest the support and then continue on? Honestly, these are tough. I would use a higher time frame. For that. Because let's check out this long right here, right? This is the 1 hour time frame where, we fell down below the support, we came back up, and then we retested it, and then we got the bounce. And, this also, we had the hidden bullish divergence here. Oh, wait, did we? No, we did not. I'm sorry. We did not have a hidden bullish divergence, but I would use a higher time frame to determine support levels being flipped from resistance into support or from support into resistance. I would use a higher time frame for that. Obviously, it's riskier. The higher the time frame, the more accurate your signal will be. But also, we're above the point of control now. That's bullish. But here's the thing, right now, if you want to enter into a long here, it's like there's two ways to do it. You could do it right now as we're pumping, or you could wait for a retest on the 1 hour. It's tough to say. It's harder to enter a trade. It's really hard to enter a trade flipping a level on a low time frame. But a lot of times you might miss the move if you're looking at a higher time frame. So for me, personally, I prefer to use a higher time frame to get the retest. But there are times I will use a lower time frame too. It's almost something that you have to just kind of develop an intuition for. Look at Market Cipher, see what it's telling you. If you see clear money flow coming up, if things are looking bullish. Are things looking bullish right now? Potentially not. We're coming down with momentum. I know that didn't really answer your question, so I apologize. Mo White TPs. I don't really understand what this is all about. Say not in grief, he is no more. Is that a poem or something? Or some kind of proverb? Okay, so what's my position on the effects of foreign markets on Bitcoin? Ramon, that's a good idea, man. That's actually a good idea. I will add this live stream to the course. Okay, so foreign markets, obviously they do affect the Bitcoin markets. You know, I'm not going to say that they don't. You know, we saw the Corona dump. Everything dumped. So I think people who invest in general kind of view the markets more holistically. And if they feel there's going to be a drop, they sell everything, I guess, to hedge themselves. Honestly, I don't really study at Mo White TPs. I don't. I'm very isolated in this Bitcoin bubble here. And I'm not a big fan of looking at the S&P or, you know, the Dow or any of those things. Not really. Before I traded crypto, I traded Forex. And I learned how to trade by paper trading stocks. But I never actually traded stocks. I never actually traded the traditional markets. The only time I was actually using... Well, that's not true. I did trade stocks with real money for a little bit, but then I quickly switched to Forex and didn't pay attention to other markets. But I'm going to get back into Forex. I'm actually going to start doing more Forex material on this channel here because Forex is awesome, guys. I mean, let's just take a look at the most commonly traded pair on Forex here. Let's just go to the daily. You know, I mean, I used to trade Forex on the daily time frame, and I mean, you can really just you know, it's especially with Market Cipher, right? It's like even just the money flow crossovers on the daily time frame. They're nice. They're really nice. You know. Now, keep in mind right here. This is the daily time frame, right? So if I'm checking my charts literally once a day, right? Think about this. Once a day, I'm checking my chart here. You know, you enter short here because the money flow crossed over, right? Guess what? You know, you have your stop loss above the last swing high. And every day, you check the chart once, maybe, you know, who knows, you just stayed in this trade, your stop loss isn't hit, you're risking 1% of your profit. You know, you set your take profit levels. Take profit 1 would probably be right here because of the support. Take profit 2 would probably be right here. And then you just move your stop loss to the entry and take profits. And, you know, it's so chill. It's so chill. And then you just, okay, then this trade gets stopped out in profit. You check once a day. Keep in mind, this whole entire time you're entering one trade over the course of, you know, 3 months. But then, you know, the next time you get the money flow crossover, you're in another trade now. This is real swing trading, guys. This is real swing trading. You're in this other trade now for 180 days, half a year basically. And it's just so chill, right, on the daily time frame. All you're doing is using like some basic Market Cipher stuff. And, you know, I've been back testing, because I didn't have Market Cipher when I traded Forex. But I've been back testing this, and I'm coming up with some strategies that are really nice for swing trading. Like the kind of trading where you really don't have to look at the charts. If you have like an hour a day to sit down at the daily time frame and go through all the Forex pairs and just look and quickly say, do I, you know, is my trade, most of the time you're not even going to be able to enter or do anything, but the only things you would do is either move your stop loss, take profit, or enter a trade on the daily time frame. So, you know, Forex is nice. I did not use MetaTrader for Forex. I did not. I used just a Forex interface on Forex.com. I didn't use MetaTrader. I did all my charting on TradingView. That's how, I know everyone uses MetaTrader. I never did that. Yeah, so I do have a Glassnode. I am subscribed, so I can see like the Nupal and all that. Yeah, it's important stuff. I think it's important stuff. Crypto, yes. You have to do leverage with Forex if you want to make any substantial gains. Because, I mean, also you got to think of it too. Like, bro, it's like, this whole move is only 15% in, about a year or so. I mean, that's good for a year. You don't have to use leverage. It's the same as crypto, but it's all margin. It's all margin trading. If you're trading on the lower time frames, then yeah, absolutely, you have to use leverage because, like, look at this, right? Look at this massive move. Imagine if this was the Bitcoin chart, you'd be like rolling in the dough. But this is 0.14%. So it's like you could absolutely trade Forex on the lower time frames too, though, doing it the same way you do for Bitcoins. I mean, just as an example, you've got you could see this level of support right here. We put in this low, right? We come back down to the low. What do we get? Bullish divergence. Boom. We come up. So you can absolutely do it on the lower time frames as well. I had the most success doing it on the daily time frame. It was very chill. What pre-workout do I use? Black coffee and prayer. Those are the two things I do before I work out. Nah, you don't need 5,000x, bro. But here's the thing: you definitely do need some decent capital. But I'm sure you have the capital, Crypto Yacht. Those of us who are into crypto, been in crypto for a while, we have the capital. The problem is, do you want to take your crypto out of crypto and put it, into the Forex markets? That's why I started trading crypto exclusively, because over the years I've accumulated so much crypto. It's like, in order to put aside, really, to be totally honest with you, if you want to make substantial money in a safe way on Forex, I would say you probably need like 250 grand if you want to like make a living off of it. It's different than crypto in that way, and so I wasn't trying to take that much out of my crypto. So I just figured I'm going to keep everything in crypto. How do you know if the divergences are strong or weak? Just basically by looking at them. So if you see that you have something like this on the is this Bitcoin? No, this is Euro USD. No wonder it looks so weird. If you see something like this, okay, let's go to a different time frame, to 1 hour. The 1 hour. Something like this right here, where we come up. It's a very, very pronounced divergence, and we can see that not only are the momentum waves diverging, but also the VWAP is diverging as well. And so really what we want to do on Market Cipher is we want to look, there's 4 things we could look at. We could look at the momentum waves, we could look at the money flow, we could look at the VWAP, we could look at the RSIs. If we're looking at the RSIs as well, if all 4 things are diverging, that's a super powerful divergence. If all 4 things are diverging, that's a super powerful divergence. If only one thing is diverging, that's less powerful. And then we go across multiple time frames to say, okay, the 4 hour looks like this, the 2 hour looks like that, the 1 hour looks like that, the 12-minute looks like that. You're basically going to average everything together in your head to say, all right, this is very strong or not so strong, right? This one right here was a pretty nice divergence. And we did come down from there, but it didn't happen very quick. So I recommend going to the course here in the, I think it's Market Cipher 103. In one of these, okay? One of these sessions, I go over how to really determine if, threefold divergences, okay? Check this out. That's for scalping. I think there's one in here for swing trading as well. Yeah, go watch Market Cipher 103 Part 2. In here, I will walk you through how to really find those divergences and how to incorporate all the time frames together, right? So that we're looking at all the time frames at the same time to determine which way is price going to go, right? So trigger is printing 4 hour for ETH. Look at Bitcoin. Yeah, we're pumping. Ethereum. Let's check out Ethereum. Yep, getting the trigger. Yeah, so for Ethereum now, really, guys, I mean, I would be really looking to see a bearish div for Ethereum, for sure. To take a short, honestly. That would be the next Ethereum trade I take. But, all right, guys, I am going to cut the stream. We've been on here for about 2.5 hours. So thank you guys for being here. May God bless all of you. And, yeah, I'm going to upload these levels right now. And, all right, peace, y'all.